What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to open the video up by saying sorry for not uploading lately. I know it's been very inconsistent over the past month or two. But we've been in school and it's been really busy, and right now I'm actually in finals season, but I was able to find some time to upload, so I thought that I would get this video out for y'all. But I just want to let y'all know, apologies for the lack of uploads lately. We'll try to get back to it soon, but I can't guarantee it because my school schedule is only getting busier. But I appreciate if y'all are sticking through and still supporting the channel. I appreciate it a lot. It means a lot, and yeah, thank you. And then also, I just wanted to know if you guys thought the idea of going to pretty much every manga store around me sounded like a good idea for a video series. Pretty much I'd rate every manga store based on selection, like a certain criteria, and then rank them all and just have it be a series where I go to every manga store in LA. So let me know if you're interested in that idea, and also let me know if you're interested in more of the live style of videos, or if you kind of like the laid back, chill talking videos that I do currently, because I don't know, some people might prefer the live ones, others, like myself, prefer the more chill ones where I can just talk about whatever. But yeah, we're gonna go to Kinokuniya as we usually do, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy the video. Peace, and thank you for all the support again. Ladies and gentlemen, and we're back. As you saw in the intro, little delays in the recording, but we're finally back and at Kinokuniya. Opening up the video, there's always the new releases. They had Oshinoko Volume 2, which I was very tempted to get, but decided to pass on it today. Spoilers. They had this Hanako-kun box set over here, which honestly looks very ugly in person, and I'm probably gonna just collect the singles. I was kind of debating on if I should sell my 5 volumes that I have, because the box set was coming out, but looking at it in person, I'm kind of glad that I didn't do that. I think the Hanako-kun spines are very colorful, and yeah, they look really good on the shelf. Over here is just a shelf full of the current seasonals. Let me know in the comments below if you're reading any of these seasonals or if you're watching the seasonals. That's the question of the day. Me personally, watching Skip and Loafer. I'm watching Yamada-kun level 999. I'm watching Hell's Paradise, World Dai Star. This is very hard to remember because I haven't watched in a while. World Dai Star, Hell's Paradise. Yeah, honestly, I kind of forgot, but I know I'm watching those 4 for sure. I'll see if I can remember if I'm watching anything else. But yeah, over here is the light novel section, as we usually go to first. Light novels, haven't actually read some in a while, which is kind of disappointing, but just haven't had the time. Manga's a lot easier to read. Date Alive Volume 7 is already out, so there's that. Class from the Elite was all over this shelf right here. Probably gonna make that the thumbnail because it looked pretty nice. Higa Hero over here, which was an old seasonal. And yeah, more light novels on the shelf. I really want to remember what seasonals I'm watching, because it's kind of frustrating that I can't remember, but it's all right. As for stuff that I'm reading currently, I just finished Spirit Circle, which I talked about in the video before. I thought that it was pretty good, gave it a 7.5 out of 10. So if you're looking for something short, 45 chapters, I would definitely say check it out. It can be a bit confusing because it involves a lot of past timelines and reincarnation, and it's like a bunch of different characters based on the same 2 protagonists in the current state, or the current timeline they're in. It can be pretty confusing, but the ending was pretty satisfying, so I would recommend. And then right now, I just started Monster. Yes, Monster from 1994 or whenever it was published. And I read the first 9 chapters, gonna read some more tonight when I'm done recording this video. And yeah, I need that to be one of the best, because when looking on AniList, man, mean score of 91 is kind of crazy. So I hope it changes my life, because I haven't read some life-changing, manga in a while. I will say the first 9 chapters are very, very action-packed, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. They're setting things up, and it looks like it's gonna be a pretty good ride. But back to the light novels that we're looking at over here. A lot of titles here. The usual, what they have: Origairu, Bunny Girl Senpai, Mushoku Tensei 86, Rising of the Shield Hero, all that good stuff. Monogatari right here, as they usually do, have the reading order right next to it so you don't get confused, which we appreciate all the time. Sword Art Online was over here. Konosuba, I got reincarnated as a slime. Konosuba, like I said, which is currently having a seasonal, which I haven't watched actually because, I don't know, for me, Konosuba, it was one of the first anime that I watched and I thought it was one of the best and I thought it was pretty funny, but looking back at it, it's kind of grown on me like very poorly. It's aged very poorly, to be honest. I don't know. It's just not one of my favorites, unfortunately. Isekai in general isn't really one of my favorites, so maybe it's that. Maybe that's why it's aged poorly, but yeah. Over here, some key animation books, art books over here that they always have. They have the Attack on Titan ones, the Overlord ones, and then the Hanako-kun one right there. And then they also had a Demon Slayer one in this corner over here, but usually that doesn't really change. Over here, they had a Haikyuu art book, which was really surprising to see because this is usually just for the omnibuses. They had some Hellsing, some High School of the Dead, which I heard used to be pretty hard to find, but they have these like super deluxe leather cover editions now. And I believe that it was never finished because the mangaka passed away. So there's that. They also had some Blade of the Immortal, some Silent Voice Collector's Edition. I know there's 2 volumes of that. They had some Blade of the Immortal next to it, Full Metal Alchemist, Full Metal Edition, and then Vagabond was there as well. Over here's the ecchi section. Honestly, not the biggest fan, but I do know people like seeing it. High School DD is right there. I remember watching the first season, and it's honestly better than I thought, so I don't know if that means I should continue reading it, or continue watching it, I mean. Let me know in the comments below if I should, continue watching that. But yeah, ecchi section is just over here. And honestly, looking at the shelves, I was thinking of starting Trinity 7 instead of Monster, but Monster was just calling my name, so maybe Trinity 7 will be next. But there was that. There was some Ayakishi Triangle there, which also, I looked up and was like, maybe I should read it, maybe not. Decided not to. And they also had Darling in the Franxx back there if you saw it earlier. But yeah, didn't recognize a lot of titles here because I'm not the biggest ecchi fan, to be honest. They had some World's End Harem here, and To Love Ru, and then, more To Love Ru there, and then the 100 Girlfriends That Really, Really Like You, which is getting an anime, I believe. So if you're a fan of that series, which I do know that some people are, should be excited for that. And over here is the Viz Media section, or Viz Manga section. They just have your typical Viz titles, and speaking of Viz, I did see that they're actually raising the price of of their manga, which is pretty disappointing because, for me, when I get Shonen Jump Viz manga, I'm used to the $8 price tag, $7.99 price tag. I believe that they're raising things to like $9.99, or even for like their quote-unquote premium, more expensive titles, up to $11.99. Now, don't quote me on that, but I do remember seeing news about that on Twitter, so kind of disappointing, but it's expected considering, how inflation is nowadays. You can't even get like a gallon of gas in LA for damn near $5, so not surprised, but it is pretty disappointing. Kaiju number 8 is over here, as well as Kaguya-sama, and the one gripe that I have with this Kinokuniya, I will say, is that they don't have a lot of Kaguya-sama, despite it being, one of the most popular series, and one of the best series of all time, in my opinion. I've been wanting to collect Kaguya-sama, but they just don't have the volumes that I need. I believe I have volumes 1 through 6, or 1 through 7, something like that. But they never have the volumes I need. I was also thinking of buying the box set for Kaguya, which hasn't come out yet, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna come out for like a couple years, so I'll probably end up just collecting it on its own. There was some One Piece over there, some Persona 5. Speaking of Persona 5, I never finished Persona 5, unfortunately. So, I don't know if I'll ever go back to it. It's pretty long, kind of a tedious game, not gonna lie to you. But it was good. I won't deny it was good. Spy Family over there, World Trigger, We Never Learn, The Usual Suspects over here, Undead Unluck, Twin Star Exorcists, The Promised Neverland, and yeah, moving over to this shelf over here, which is Dark Horse, I believe. They had the Berserk deluxes and the Berserk singles over here. I do remember that the latest volume came out, and that's probably going to be one of the last volumes of Berserk that's going to come out, which is sad to see. But, you know, I heard it's one of the greatest manga, if not the greatest manga of all time. So eventually, I'll end up reading it. Just not something that I'm typically looking for at the moment. Yeah, so they had some summertime rendering down here, some solo leveling. They had the Boxer down there, which is a manhwa, I believe. So, you know, I've noticed a trend of more manhwa being published lately, and I think that's pretty good because there are a lot of good manhwa. There are also a lot of bad manhwa. So I can't say that, you know, the quality is better than manga, but it's just like manga where there's, you know, the good and the bad. I will say that the art, really, really good, especially because it's in color. I'm a big fan of that. So yeah, these Korean artists are crazy, man. I'll tell you that. Over here they had the Apothecary Diaries, which I heard is pretty good. It's originally a light novel, so I don't know if I should read the manga or light novel. Let me know in the comments. Some High Score Girl up here, and then some Great Jahi Will Not Be Defeated. I still need to watch Jahi because it looked pretty funny, but you know, I haven't had a lot of time lately with school, finals, all that stuff. So hopefully I can get some videos pumped out for you guys, you know, for the next couple of weeks. It's, at the time of recording this, Memorial Day weekend. This is gonna get released Memorial Day weekend, so hopefully I'm able to record, like, you know, 2 or 3 videos aside from this. I don't know if that's gonna be possible, but you know, that's the goal. Pretty Boy Detective Club was down here. Volume 2 is out. I don't know how much more they have to adapt because there's honestly not a lot to adapt. So yeah, they had some After the Rain here. And then they had A Girl on the Other Shore. Not sure what that's about, but I did see it was by Inyo Asano. Don't quote me on that though. I did see that. But they had some Dororo here, which is always good to see. Dororo, pretty good anime. I think it's pretty underrated. So yeah, they had the Duke of Death and His Maid. They're up to volume 5, which is great to see. One of my favorite romances. I do need to continue picking up the volumes. I believe I only have volumes 1 and 2, so got 3 more to collect. But there was another series that caught my eye in this video, and it's probably my favorite seasonal. Don't want to spoil it just yet, but I will talk about it later on in the video once we get to it. Mishiko Tensei Manga was over here, and then a lot of like other titles that I didn't recognize. I'm not really sure how to, I guess, call this section. It's a lot of 7Cs, but they also have like a lot of other publishers. Maybe it is just 7Cs looking at the spines now when recording, but yeah, I think this actually is just the 7C section. Classroom of the Elite was over here. I mean, I used to be a big fan of Classroom of the Elite, but then, you know, it was one of the first anime that I watched, so there was also that. New Game over there, big fan of New Game. Y'all know that. My Senpai is Annoying is also there as well. And then turning around, usually go to this section for the Kodansha section, I think. Slime is over here. They had this really weird manga with a really weird cover. Probably can't see it because it's so reflective. They had some To Your Eternity there. Vinland Saga, which, you know, season 2 is airing. For a lot of people, it's their anime of the season, arguably their anime of the year. I've seen nothing but good stuff about it, so definitely will check it out in the future. Wotakoi was over there, and the box set was down there, I believe. Kind of want to collect the Wotakoi box set, despite me not really, you know, liking the anime like that. It's not that I didn't like it, I just kind of got sidetracked and never finished it and ended up dropping it. So yeah, they had some Uramichi Onisan here, and this is one of my favorite comedy anime. They have volume 4, and they just released it, I'm guessing, because volume 3 was the only one on the shelves for a while, so that's good to see. I wish I could collect, you know, the series, but the price point is kind of crazy for those. They're like $17.99 per volume, which is insane. So probably not going to collect that anytime soon unless it goes on sale. They had some Blue Lock and Blue Period up there, some Grand Blue Dreaming, Land of the Lustrous, and you know, I got to talk about Blue Period for a second, because when I was looking at my Annie list, And looking at the last time that I read Blue Period, it was like 5 months ago. And 5 months ago was, the start of the year. And since that, there's only been 3 chapters like that have come out, which is kind of concerning because it's like, I don't know, like 3 chapters in 6 months. Once every 2 months. I need more is what I'm saying. Like, I'm starving out here. I get it's a quality over quantity thing, and I completely respect that, but I need more Blue Period in my life. That's all I'm requesting, man. But, Tsubasa Yamaguchi, incredible mangaka, and I'm not going to rush her greatness. So, yeah. Over there was also Insomniac's After School. I don't know if you saw that. One of the top seasonals of the anime season currently. And I am not watching it right now because, I don't know, I'm lazy, and I have a lot of stuff I'm already behind on, so yeah. Chojin X is over there. That's not to say that I won't watch it, though. I did read part of the manga. Wasn't, like, the super biggest fan of it, but the adaptation, I think, is gonna, like, look way better, so gonna check that out. They also had some Puella Magi Suzune Magica. I think this is a new one because it's a new entry from Magica Quartet because I've never seen that on the shelves before. So I don't know, it looked pretty interesting. The art style looked pretty good, so probably not gonna check it out though. I'm just being honest. K-On! Was over there. Josie, the Tiger and the Fish. Heard that was pretty sad. I don't know if I'll watch it. And speaking of anime movies that are coming out, there's this one anime movie. It's like 2 of them. I forgot what it was called, but you can watch it in either order, and it gives you a different story. That's if anyone knows what I'm talking about, leave it in the comments below. But that's a series I definitely want to check out because it seems like it could potentially be right up my alley. And I saw a lot of people give it good reviews, and you know me, I'm a big fan of emotional like anime. So let me know in the comments below if you know what I'm talking about, and let me know if you've seen it. They had some Gabriel Dropout over here. I have volume like 1. I said I would collect it, never ended up collecting it, so there's that. It's not really high on the priority list. Until I rewatch it, then it'll probably be something I enjoy. They also had some Parasite over here, and they had Higurashi back there. I'm almost done with Higurashi, guys. It's only been a year. On chapter 8 of the visual novel, and I haven't started because I just haven't had free time. So yeah, Eden Zero over there, 7 Deadly Sins was there as well. This section is just like Yen Press and then a bunch of other publishers with like Yuri and Yaoi stuff. They had some Pandora Hearts over here, some Snafu over there, which did get a OVA released, and people were like, what the hell is going on? I won't spoil it here, but just know that your boy Hachiman is not loyal. And honestly, for me, after volume 14 of Origairu, none of that exists. Like 14 and a half, this OVA, it doesn't exist for me. So it's not canon in my heart. I'm just coping. So take that as what you will. And then looking further, they had some Teasing Master Takagi-san. Sword Art Online manga was here as well. The case study of Vanitas. These volumes are like super thick, like pause, but they're like super thick. And it makes me wonder, like, should I check out Vanitas? I heard it's good, man. And then they had some Hanako-kun here. I was talking earlier about how nice those covers are and those spines. Look at it, so colorful. Imagine that on a shelf. Probably looks way better than that dull looking box set. They had some Yotsuba over here as well, and then some Fire Force, 7 Deadly Sins, some Shaman King down there, Go-Go Loser Ranger. Not sure what that is, but I believe it's kind of like a Power Ranger type thing, if I remember correctly, seeing it on Twitter for a bit. Over in this section, is this the Yuri section? I don't think it's the Yuri section. This is the Shoujo Beat section. They didn't have any Natsume, man. Surprising, and y'all see it, man. Skip and Loafer. Spoilers. This is what I ended up buying. Bought 2 volumes of that. Skip and Loafer is like such an incredible anime. I don't know how to describe it, but its emphasis on like, communication and like differences and just the way they develop all the characters in the anime so far, and we're only on episode like 8, is like so good. I would highly recommend it. So I had to pick up those 2 volumes, and Man, Shima, he has so much potential for me to be one of like the best characters, or one of my favorite characters of all time, considering like how clueless we are on his past. The mangaka can really cook that up, and he could end up very, I don't know if he'll be very high on my favorites list, but he'll definitely be on my favorites list. Really good character. He's probably my like favorite character aside from the main female lead. I'm blanking on her name right now, but yeah. Just went on a little tangent there about Skip and Loafer. Go watch it. Go read it. Amazing manga. If you read it online, I think like 50 something chapters are out, so be sure to check that out. But yeah, Yuri section over here and Yaoi section also over there, some Bloom into You there. But yeah, nearing the end of the video, and I appreciate y'all stopping by, listen to me just ramble. You know, let me know in the comments below if you prefer these rambling style of videos, or if you prefer like me actively engaging in, you know, what's on the shelf. Let me know in the comments below. I personally prefer rambling because I can just talk about whatever I want, but some people may want to, you know, be more focused. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. Hopefully we'll be able to, you know, get on a little streak of uploading, because I've only uploaded like 2 videos in the past 5 weeks. But yeah, appreciate you watching. Here's the 2 volumes of Skip and Loafer I bought, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.